the
Yeah.
most gruesome, disgusting thing I've ever written.
I
I love it.
Yeah,
So how do
it's
you write that? How do
disgusting.
you write that? You're like you're sending that to your artist, and you're like, okay, so in this scene, I'm going to do this, but I want to make sure it's just gross. I want entrails everywhere, and
That's
you have to.
literally just what I say. Yeah, and I mean, so many scenes were like that. The premise is that the city had hired professional assassins, but it was so gruesome that they all quit. And so the city has given the job of killing these passengers over to the city's criminally insane and just armed them with whatever they wanted and just let them go to town. So yeah, so it was really a challenge to figure out like, okay, every train car is a massacre. How do we make each massacre a little bit different? And in one of them, I have it's two psychotic killers, and they have the bodies strung from the handholds on the subway cars, and they're dismembering them, and they're putting various organs and limbs and whatnot into a bag that says road snacks on the side. And it was funny because, sometimes when you're working with, foreign artists, and I've worked with a lot of Italian artists, not everything comes across in translation. So the first, I think, pencil that I got of that, and it's a splash page. So the first pencil that I got, there was no road snacks on the bag, and I had to go back. I'm so sorry, Martina, but it's got to say road snacks.
That,
So
that
stuff like that, how to have all different types of murders and bloodshed and injury, different types of weapons, all in the same environment, all on a train. So yeah, I had to really get uh deep into my like gross teenage mind and just think of the most disgusting things I could. But I've had a lot of help. My first love was slasher movies, so
do
end up
you like horror
lagging.
films in general, or
love them. I love them. And for a few years, this was after I had my first daughter, I couldn't watch them anymore. Like I would get really upset. I'm like, that's somebody's baby. Like yeah, really, it freaked me out. But I've come back to them now,
yeah?
and I just had the opportunity to outline a horror feature for a really lovely company, and it felt like coming home. I've really been enjoying coming back to the horror space. It's interesting when it comes to Kill Train. I kept kind of billing it as what was it? As kind of like an everything everywhere all at once meets Squid Game kind of feel.
Mhm.
But then my friend pitched it back to me as The Purge meets Speed.